So, Sharleen Spiteri from Texas, we are here today because your band, the band of your life, is celebrating 34 years on the road, and you're releasing a compilation called The Very Best of 1987, 89, 2023, 22 hits and 2 new songs. Thank you for having us. You're always a pleasure.
Oh no, it's lovely to be chatting with you. And yeah, it's a long time, a lot of songs, a lot of memories. And it's great having the 2 new tracks alongside it as well that people seem to be really enjoying. So yeah, they've heard after all so far. So yeah, when they hear Keep On Talking, which is a track that we did with Spooner Oldham. There's a classic Northern Soul song. So yeah, they've still got to hear that yet. But the album, as you know, is out on the 16th of June. So yeah, it's very exciting.
And what can you tell us about these new tracks? After all, it's a new song composed by you
and Johnny, my songwriting partner.
Okay.
Yeah, we actually, the idea for the song started when we were on tour last year. And we were just sound checking the song. We just kept sort of playing it and developing the song from there. And it's one of those songs that I don't know whether it's because we were on tour at the time when we were writing it, but it's got that real sort of live sound to it, and that kind of, you could just imagine people just singing along and enjoying it at a concert. So yeah, it was a song, as I said, that started from the tour last year.
It's a very Texas song.
Yes.
Yeah.
And very typical Texas, yeah.
Yeah. And did you play the drums on the studio or only for the video clip?
No, I didn't play the drums. I didn't play the drums in the studio. No, I didn't. I wish I had, but it's all programmed. But yeah, as you saw in the video, I played the drums in the video, which was something that I've never done before. I've always messed around on the drums, done that kind of thing. But never played a full song. So suddenly I was in this situation where, Johnny, my songwriting partner, was like, why don't you play the drums in the video? And I was like, because I'm not a drummer. And like, yeah, but it'd be, you're really good. And I was like, so I ended up learning, I learned to drum the whole song in 8 days. And literally Kat, our drummer, gave me drum lessons. And I learned how to read drum music. And I have to tell you, it was such good fun. When I first started doing it, I thought, oh my God, this is going to be really hard. This is so difficult.
Yeah.
But within a couple of days, suddenly I got into the vibe of it, and I started to learn it. And before I knew it, I was like this, like you feel amazing, just like smashing the drums and being like, when you finish doing it, you feel so like alive. It was really great.
It took you a long time to record the video or not?
No, we literally recorded the video in maybe like 5 or 6 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and it looks like you're having fun recording that.
Oh, I really did have a lot of fun.
And how many instruments do you play? Do you play drums? Do you play guitar?
I play guitar, and I play piano.
Oh, you play piano, and now you play the drums.
And now I'm a token drummer. I feel part of the fraternity of drummers now.
Yeah, I know. And the other song, you told us it's a cover of a soul classic, Keep On Talking. Where did you go for that song?
So this was a Spooner Oldham and Dan Penn song. It was a real big Northern Soul hit here in this country, and we knew the song already. And we were doing a project with Spooner in Alabama. We went out to Muscle Shoals, to the famous Fame Studios, and we were making a record. And we said to Spooner, look, we would really love to do a version of this song with you. And he's so humble. He's such an amazing guy. And literally Spooner was like, I've not heard this song in all these years, and and it was like, yeah, I mean, fantastic. So he really enjoyed doing it, and we had a lot of fun making that record. And to work with someone like Spooner Oldham is such a privilege, and You know, he's such a legend. You know, he played on the first 4 Aretha Franklin records. The songs that Spooner has recorded and made throughout his career is like a who's who of the greatest artists in the world. And he's just an amazing human being.
Wow, sounds very, very good. And when they were written and recorded, these two songs, written the first one, and where did you record these songs?
The first one, as I said, was written on the road on the last Texas
Yeah.
tour last year, and we recorded it at home, just at home in between London and Glasgow.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one was Alabama. Keep on Talking with Spooner. We recorded in Alabama at Muscle Shoals.
Mm-hmm. And did you have fun recording there?
Oh yeah, it's amazing. I mean, the history of Fame
Yeah.
Studios alone is just extraordinary. You know, the records that have been made there. So yeah, it was funny. It was really good fun. We used to have to stop every day at 1 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
because they used to do, you know, people would come to see the studio. They do a tour of the studio.
Yeah.
So like every day we were kind of like we were like animals in the zoo, like sitting there, and like the
Can't
public
believe
would come, like, and we would all be like, you know, like hi, and they would be like,
Sharleen
oh
is recording there.
yeah. Well, I know they were just like they don't know who it is. They were just like going, "Oh look, my God, look, there's real musicians making music," and yeah, it was quite funny.
And along all these 34 years of on the road, you've had your high and lows. And my question is, what is the secret to keep the band alive such a long time?
Um, Liking each other, one. Yeah, we genuinely do like each other and enjoy each other's company. So,
Yeah.
you know, that makes life a lot easier when you have that. Our friendship is there. Um, Also with Texas, everybody is very happy with what they do.
And you keep on enjoying writing songs?
Yeah, I still love it. Still love it. It's the best.
And when your daughter she's 23?
No, my daughter's 20. She'll be 21 in September.
Okay, and what does he think about your music and of you writing songs?
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't know anything different. And, you know, she's a bit like, you know, it's, you know, what's funny is like we're doing Glastonbury this year,
Yeah.
the Glastonbury Festival. And like when I said to my daughter, hey, we're doing Glastonbury this year, she was like, yes, who's on the day you're playing? You know, my daughter's just thinking, great, I'm going to get a ticket to go to Glastonbury. So yeah, this is
Yeah.
basically my life.
And you will get the ticket for her.
Yes, she's coming with me to Glastonbury. Yes, of course she is. She wants to see the Arctic Monkeys.
Oh, the Arctic Monkeys are playing?
The Arctic Monkeys are headlining Glastonbury on the Friday. That's the day we play.
Well, nice show, the Arctic Monkeys. And talking about albums and songs, do you have any special album which you recall having the best days with the band or the best days yet to come?
Wow, I don't really think about that. I kind of think every album has its individual memories, and some albums are harder to make than other albums. There's albums and records that have been massively important at points in our career, being, you know, I Don't Want a Lover, which was the first song that we ever wrote
Yeah.
together, myself and Johnny. And you know, that was the beginning. So that for that reason, that song will always be like, you know, it's this song that established us. And then you have songs like Say What You Want, that suddenly we were a successful band, but as soon as Say What You Want came, it literally changed everything. It became something else. It became a lot bigger, and you know, that changed our lives again. So yeah, there's certain points in your career that you have certain songs that will stand out more than others because they had big, massive effects on how your life is.
What a song to start a career for Texas, don't you think?
Not bad, not bad.
No, bad at all. Wow. And which single? This greatest hits is composed by 22 hit singles by Texas. Which one do you like, or a couple of songs do you like to play the most when you're on stage?
I like to vary it. I mean, when we're on stage, it's good. I mean, it's great to have big hits, you know, because sometimes you can play like it's nice because you can introduce people to new music,
Yeah,
to something new, and then you can say, okay, we're going to play something new, and then you can play something that they know really well, and it's great to have that, and it's great to just have such a large catalogue to be able to choose from, to be able to like change the set lists around and do something different.
yeah. And which one do you think the audience they have more fun when you play live?
Different audiences, different songs, different countries, different songs. You know, some songs were hits in some countries that weren't hits on other countries, and you know, well, most of them are hits, but it's like, yeah, it just depends on the country and literally on the night, on the audience. You know, sometimes people are in a certain, depends on the seasons as well, whether it's summer or whether it's winter. People are in a different headspace, so you know, it just really it's dependent on the night.
Yeah, yeah. And talking about countries, which country do you think is more enthusiastic when you're playing live? They say that Argentina crowd is very loud.
I've never played in Argentina, so you know,
They say
it would
that.
it'd be very nice to play in Argentina. I think we need to come to, I think we need to play Argentina. I think it would be very important for them to invite us to come and play a concert. So yeah, I mean yeah, I mean, I know from the past that people talk about the Argentinian audiences
Mm.
being like big and loud and,
Yeah,
you know, really enthusiastic. You know, it is, it's like different countries you go to, audiences act in very different ways. Some audiences are very like, when you play the song, it's like quiet,
yeah,
and then at the end they go crazy, and then some countries you go in, it's just like whoa, but the whole way through, like it's like wow, you know, and that's what makes it exciting, you know. It's like that's what, because you never know what to expect, you know. Even though Argentina has like a reputation of being that kind of audience, you know, you should never like expect them to be like that when you go to play. You've got to be like, okay, we walk on stage and then it's an exchange between the audience and the artist,
mhm,
and then you see what happens, and you know, then wonderful amazing things happen, because it isn't about one or the other, it's about the moment that you're all having together.
yeah. And to be honest, I must say that 6, 7 months ago, you were playing live in Spain. I attended to the concert in Madrid, and people went crazy. You, yeah, that was it. I don't know if you remember if you had fun in that part of the tour in Spain, but people had a blast there.
You know, when we play Spain, I mean, I always say that when you go to Spain, they're the one audience that claps exactly in time. They
Yeah,
never, you're like, some audiences are like, they go, and you think, what are they like? What do they hear? But in Spain, it's always like bang, 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 bang. Perfect. I'm like, I never, you know, I can stop a song, like I can be like singing and just hold a note, and the audience just keeps the time.
wow.
In Spain, it's phenomenal. It's like, you know, and Spain for us since the beginning, since 1989, has been like, the public have been really big supporters of our band, and you know, for that I'm eternally grateful. It's like, it's very exciting when you know, when you can step outside your own country and
Mhm.
go to another country, and the people are with you, the people are, you know, sometimes they don't speak English,
Yeah,
they don't understand everything, but they understand the song, they understand the feeling and the emotion and what you're trying to say, because it's like a heartbeat. They can feel what it is, where you go when you use your voice and you meander through the song. They understand an emotion and a feeling that connects to them of what life is it's really interesting.
yeah. And talking about the beginnings of Texas or you as a child, your parents, I think that they taught you good music. You've been listening to very good music at home
Yeah.
since you were a kid. You think that that is very important for a musician to the music you listen when you're a child?
It's funny, you don't think it's important when your parents are playing it. You think, whatever, it's my parents' music, and you don't realize sometimes how much an influence that everything that your parents do, not just the music, but how much of an influence that the people round about you in your life from a young kid growing up have on you. And I think the mix between how you're brought up and how you live your life within your family is massively influential to who you become as an adult. And there's been music that I would never ever imagined that would have such an influence on me, like the jazz music that my mum played, and I never really realized how much of an influence that would become within my life. But it's like you take pieces of everything and you mix it with the stuff that you're growing up with as well, and then it becomes yours and it becomes your sound.
Yeah. And for the live shows, I've seen that you have 5 or 6 concerts this summer. And what are your plans for when the summer is over? What are Texas plans?
Wait and see. Wait and see. There may be something. There may be something in the pipeline.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hope so.
That's all I can say.
But you're playing Glastonbury. That's a very good news. That you're going to have I think you're going to have a blast there, and people will attend to the concert and have a lot of fun. Do you like playing festivals or your own shows? What do you prefer?
I don't prefer either. I prefer both. I like both. I think it's really important to vary things up. Whether it's playing in a little nightclub or playing in a stadium or playing in a festival or playing in a church hall. To basically change things and to have the ability to adapt all the time is, I think, the musician is really, really important, because then you don't kind of get stuck. It's not like, oh, it's another stadium, oh, an arena, it's another this. You don't just then you go, I know the stage is going to be this big. I know I have to run from that side to that side, or the constricted feeling of playing a very small audience. Really, when the environment changes that you play in it changes the sound of the music and it changes how you perform. So you get a very different show. And I think having the variation in those shows is really, really important.
Yeah. And talking about music, which is the last record or artist you can recommend to our audience?
I'm really enjoying the new Freezy Ford record at the moment.
Anyone else?
There's a band called Benefits from Newcastle that I really like. They're kind of like a modern day punk band that I think are really interesting. I really like Wet Leg. There's a lot of great new bands out there that I think are really interesting and making good music and writing great songs just now.
So you keep on listening new artists and you're interested in new music.
Yeah, I mean, I love music. It's like it feeds me. It's my, it's like, it's what you got to remember, before I was a musician, it was the thing that, that allowed me to dream. So I love music. I love the escapism. I love the inspiration. I love the peacefulness that it gives me. The escapism, it's very, very important in my life. Music and film are very important to me.
Yeah. So Sharleen Spiteri, thank you for having us at Kiss FM. Have a lot of fun playing live concerts this summer, and let's hope to see you back again in Spain soon, this autumn maybe, or winter.
Thank you so much. It was lovely talking to you. See you all in Spain soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye, bye, bye.
80s, 90s y más.